our company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Man, I've got to talk about a few things here. So, we threw that video of that whole tablecloth thing that Crow was trying to do in the demonstration, and we threw that in the forum. So in the forum, usually, we go in and we discuss, we talk, we pick apart, we analyze, all that good stuff. There is so many questionable things that went on in that video. It was just freaking unbelievable. A lot of things were questionable. As in, for instance, we've been giving him that particular challenge to do since last year. So it took from last year to whatever amount of months we have now for him to finally do that demonstration. Usually, when you people back something up, they back it up right away. They don't wait since last year to back it up. Like I said, we just pad it in the forum site. So people get a chance to discuss my videos, discuss other people's videos. They get a chance to get some good feedback on mine or what I need to fix, what I need to do. It's good. It's healthy for the soul to have other people talk about your product while you're in your forum site and take good criticism from it all. But anyway, so he had his video in there. There was so many things in that video that were just completely weird. Number one, we got to recap because I got to do some painting in here to get ready. Number one, why it took him so long to do the demonstration. Clearly, it's not hard to get hold of the surface. It's very easy to get your hands on. So that was very, very, very questionable why it took so long. I figured he had to figure out some way to try to manipulate the video or the demonstration to make it look like in his favor. I think that's what it was. That's why it took him so long to figure out how he was going to get around it, because he was given that option multiple times and still did not come to the conclusion of doing it to begin with at all. It just took him so long to do it to begin with. Another thing, why was a particular area in the house where the screen was setting so dark? It was extremely dark in that section. And the neon, everybody kept saying the same thing. What was the deal with all the red neon? So bottom line is, red neon basically can change the outcome of color easily. It can make a color darker. It can do all kinds of things. So, that could have been something right there. But there was a lot of red neon in that particular part of the video that they couldn't understand. Other areas where basically watching my demonstrations also too, like I said, my demonstrations in there too, our environment was fully lit environment. We had two of his products laying against the screen and it did match. We did a color pattern. We did several tests right there on camera, where in his video, he just did one particular video only and pushed through it as fast as possible just to prove a point. At the end of the day, as always, it's the same thing, cutting corners, cutting corners, cutting corners. So right there and then, it just shows at the end of the day, his product, yes, basically does match a tablecloth. He's going to have to do the demonstration over again, which means he's going to have to do it in a fully lit environment, no red neon in the environment, lighten up the environment, and have your product land against the screen. That's what he's going to have to do. But anyway, that's our recap on that one right there. But we had it over in the forum site, and the first thing everybody got talking about was, why is it so dark in that section, and what was the deal with all the red neon? Like I said, cutting corners at the end of the day will get you nowhere. When you do the demonstration, you're supposed to do it properly. You're supposed to have a lot of light in the environment. You have to put it in an environment that the everyday customer will be in. Majority of my customers are not going to be in a bright red neon environment that's pitch black dark in one section. It's just not going to happen. It's not even a realistic environment at the end of the day. What are you looking at? All right, so prepping and getting ready, because we're going to be doing a demonstration on that on top of that too. When people do videos, realistic environments, because some of these environments I see are not even realistic. The average customer is not have an environment like that to begin with at all, period. So areas, I told you, this wall is interesting. Well, what are they painting here? Interesting. Any other place we put a screen up, not a problem. I've just painted 144 in the next room, didn't even have this issue. This particular wall has some kind of protective coating on it. Usually they put it in kids' rooms to keep the screen from getting damaged, or the wall from getting damaged. I keep saying screen because I look at whatchamacallit as a wall that has projection screens. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this network gray, 773, which I told you at the end of the day makes a fantastic primer. This stuff makes an incredible primer. I think Bullseye is a little bit cheaper, but still, this is actually better than Bullseye. I like this much better than the Bullseye primer. So what we're going to do is go over the spots on the screen that we're having the most difficult time trying to roll over, because for some reason, like I said, this screen has a this wall has a protective coat over it, and that protective coat makes it virtually impossible to try to get over. We're about to change now some little items, then some stuff on the site a little bit. We're going to be updating some of our specifications on our website anyway for customers. A few things I want to change in there. One of the things I want to change is basically how the paint is applied, which means that if an area has a protective coat, which we didn't add into the instructions, because we didn't think about it. If an area has a protective coat, that you have to prime. So we have to put a section in on the website on every single category that we're updating right now, the categories right now, our specifications. But in the paint specification application, we're going to have in there areas that you may have to prime. And if your area is just if your wall has a protective coat, like a childproof coat on it, which if you've seen them at Home Depot, you spill something on your wall, you can wipe it off, you're going to have to prime that at the end of the day. Because man, I'm telling you something, for a freaking headache at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't even know why they did this room in here, because this is a master bedroom. You would think it'd be the other two, because it pretty much would be kids' rooms, but apparently it's in here. So I had the same problem when I had the Optima GT 5500, and I had a 50-inch up here for it, and I had it on the table. Over here, we didn't have it so much because I've already painted this wall. The first time I painted it, there was a headache, a bit of a problem. But the second and third time, you have to do the second and third time, it's pretty much a breeze. But yeah. So sometimes you got to update stuff on the site. Anything else, you don't have to prime. That's why I tell people, people that'll be on the site getting ready to buy paint, and they will send me a message or they will call me and say, hey, look, what do I have to prime here? Please read through the specifications. We have a ton of specifications on the product, on the website. So you can read through it and give you all the information that you need. So right now we're updating today our information on the site. For me right now, I'm just going over these certain difficult areas that I seem to be having on the screen that just don't seem to want to marry into the surface. I'm just hitting those areas up. Make it a little easier on Mr. Bird. Next time we do this, well, I don't think we're doing or painting any more screens on this wall, on these walls in here. At all period. Everything else now is going to be covered over in white paint. That's what we're going to be doing in here pretty soon. And I'm getting areas in here right now that are giving me the most difficult time on this wall. Keep in mind, still, at the end of the day, there's still more testing that has to be done. Like I said, because we try to explain to the individual, because you try to do a table, we say try, not do, try to do the tablecloth. Still, there's questions about the product he has matching everyday house paint. Hasn't done that either. I don't know why you would skip one demonstration for another. I guess they pick and choose which ones are going to be easier for them to do. Mind you, he was supposed to make product and put it on camera and do the demonstration. These things were never done. At the end of the day, you know, failed attempt. Definitely failed attempt. We were to do the same demonstration, we were to do it live, we were to do it against two of his screen paints at the same time and a fully lit environment. Can't be doing stuff like that. You gotta keep it real. hair reset. Like I said, I had the most difficult time for some reason. I don't know why. Who in their right mind would consider painting that stuff into a master bedroom? Like, why would you put it here to begin with? Like, are the adults, you find the adults to be this messy in this environment? What the heck is going on? Why would you even have that in here? Alright. So we don't have to put on a perfect coat. You don't have to do that with our product. You just have to recoating that in those areas that basically had that little difficulty just trying to get that paint, our paint to go in. That's all we need. That's it. We just have to put a light coating. That's it. Doesn't have to be a perfect job. No. We just need an application to lay over the surface so when we coat over top of it, it doesn't bleed through. That's it. It doesn't have to be perfect application. That's all. Just has to cover. That's it. Just like when I did the gamer screen downstairs, it didn't have to be a perfect application. It just needed to absorb into the screen. That's it. So we're going to let that dry, come back in, and we're going to basically paint over and be done. All right. Now, I'm going to take you guys downstairs. We got something else we're going to be talking about getting ready. I'm going to show you something really quick. As we're downstairs, we got to take my rollers down there, get this cleaned up. Let's see what we got going on over here too. I may trace this one out too. I think I'm going to do this one right here too. I'm going to show you how fast our paint basically applies over a surface in no time at all. I got paint on the floor. Wow. Hey, right in the morning, all this is madness. Let me get some to clean my floor off with. All right, so we're going to be doing another Bad Subscribers. Yeah, these guys, I'm telling you, they're addicted to the site. They keep coming back. We push them off the site, they come right back in. It's sad because, like I said, at the end of the day, I think it's because they got nothing else better to watch. And I guess the people that are doing demonstrations like us are not doing a good job of it all because for some reason they're so interested in what we do over here. Now this is the technology we painted in the next room. This is on the PS, we got this on a PS4. Yeah. What do we got running through? We got fire sticks running through here? You would think we'd have some fire sticks running here. How many fire sticks we got running? That's one. We got the one, and we got the two for that one. This wall was extremely easy to paint. Boom, boom, boom. I did this right on camera. Actually, did a couple times on camera. Very easy to do. Can't wait till we finish this one out. We got the leather recliner put in here. Just put this in here. I had the cleaner this morning. I had to get up and get the restore for cleaning that. I got to do all my leather furniture in here and clean it, restore it. Matter of fact, I got to do that sofa downstairs. Got that huge reclining sofa downstairs. Got to be done. But yeah, so pretty soon I'm getting ready to do some wire management in here and some more trim work. I ordered some new decorations for the room, so that's gonna be coming in really quick. And I got some stuff coming in from Paris. Gotta wait a while for that. My curtains are coming directly from Paris. Oh yeah, got the good ones. $600 curtains. Told you that room's gonna be elegant, very elegant. So once this dries, we're gonna knock them out, be done, and that's it. All right. Told you that room is gonna be really, really elegant. We're gonna put the door back on, but trying to figure out what door we're gonna go with, because I don't want the original doors. The original doors are those. These doors are solid oak doors, but I don't want the original one. The original one looks kind of tacky. I want something different. I want some cherry oak, maybe, with some of that plated glass. Oh, stained glass would be really nice on here. That would be hot, some stained glass. That's a thought. We definitely got to change this out. This is going today. That got to go. It's throwing the room off. This has got to go. So those curtains will be here pretty soon. But I'm waiting for them to be here. All this is going to be dressed up real nice. So I got some wood trim for all of this to make this look real elegant. Wood trim is going to be nice. This is going to be real nice. This is going to be all hand painted. So we're going to do a wood trim, all hand painted with some silvers, Metallica silvers and gold. All this to make this look really elegant. So this whole room is going to be designed for. It's going to be an elegant setting. All right. So, that being said, that's another project on its own. Let's talk about LED lights, people. We got more LED lights downstairs in the basement. There's a few things people don't understand when it comes to LED lights. I can tell you a whole segment on LED lights. People ask me all these different questions about running this and running that. I would know about LED lights. I have quite a lot of LED lights running through my house right now. I have just about everything you can think of when it comes to LED lights. Why is the kitchen not pink enough? The kitchen's supposed to be real pink. Wasn't this in pink? Oh yeah, I forgot I switched it up. This used to be in pink. These are in pink now. These I'm changing out today. These are going to go. These for somehow, I don't know how, they trigger off for the lights upstairs, so they got to go. So let's talk about neon, E-I-E-I-O. While we go downstairs, get ready for that to dry. This downstairs is the gaming / workshop. This is where I work at, and this is where I also play. So we got new LED lights we're adding in over here. Oh yeah, these are nice, right? I like these. These are actually chained over here. And then over there, we got them on the floor. We're wiring more in here, over here to the desk. And I'm going to do the whole floor in glow. So right now, instead of just changing out the whole mat, we're going to do the whole section here in glow. I got these giant stamps coming in. So the whole floor glows in this section. And then we drop the floor screen right there for that section. It'll light up the whole floor. The whole floor come to life. So you see all these lights on the floor right here? These are called chasers. Now the interesting thing about chasers, people think that you can buy chasers and you can link them for days. It doesn't work that way. Chasers run every 3. Every 3 means every 3 sets of lights they run. After you hit the 4th, they turn it into this. They turn dim. See how you can't see anything? See how you see barely any light pushing through? Chasers require power. So as you can see, as they come across the pipeline, there we go. As they bounce down across the wall, you'll see right across here, bounce from the wall. They come right to there and boom, they start to fade. So they wash out because chasers every 3, as long as you have 3 of them, 1, 2, 3 connected in, they'll be nice and bright. The minute you put the 4th one in, they go dim. So what you got to do is you have to run another power supply through. On the end of your chasers, you will have connection point like this. This is your power supply. So for every 4, you have to run a power supply through. Now, switch you over a little bit. See how everything looks right now? Watch when we add the power supply in. There you go. See? That's how chasers run. So if you're running chasers through your house and you can't figure out why, when you start with 3, everything's nice and bright. But the minute you put that 4th one in and everything starts to go dim, that's why. They run for every 3, If you put a fourth one in, you have to put in a power supply to run the other three. For every three, there's a power supply. That's how tracers work. You take them out, there you go. Some people think it's something wrong with the power supply, or maybe the lights are damaged and they go replace their lights. No, it's not that. It's that they run, and you get the farthest you can actually daisy chain these things together is by 3. Once you put the fourth one in, it kills the power. That's why they have these little attachments for each attachment that you connect together. There's a power source there. And when you plug in your power source in, boom, they come to life. There you go. Now you learned something with that. Every 3. I learned that the hard way when I was wiring the upstairs with the lights all over the floors and everything. And I'm going to go put the lights. I'm like, wait a minute, what the frick is going on? The lights got really, really dim near the 4th and 5th one. I was like, oh, I see. They don't have enough power to push. So these are going to be wired all throughout the floor. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to take, they come from here to here. We're going to trace them along the screen because we have tracers right here. They run from here. They'll come from here. I want them around my floor. And then they're going to connect back into here, this unit right here. This section right here, I don't want to run a lot of glow in here, LED lights. What we're going to do is we're going to use a really high fluorescent glow-in-the-dark paint. We're going to make our own high fluorescent paint. And we're going to put in some blue lights. They run off battery-powered blue lights and little sections. That'll trigger off the glow in those corners easily. So that's what we want to do with that. The pipes and stuff are all going to be coated too. Now, you got to be careful when you're coating hot pipes, because hot pipes at the end of the day, remember, this is a paint you're putting on. You got to make sure the paint is going to be, you're not going to be basically burning fumes. You don't want to do that. I'll have to do another video on that one by itself. All right. We're waiting for the screen to dry right now. Now, since I got my gaming system upstairs, we're running our gaming PC down here because I want to check out my Flight Simulator games on that joystick. And when I'm down here, I was working a little glow. Over down here. One more time. Mm-mm, 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 do, 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 do. Oh, I forgot you guys got to be up top of the bird's eye view. I had this one room, boy, it was pretty hot. So the paint that we ordered was from someplace called some Hollywood something. It was a white paint, but it only reacted to black light. So I had the entire room painted, and all this paint sprayed the whole room in it. And the t-shirt that I had on, of course, anything you walked in was white, and on the black light would glow. It looked freaky as I don't know what. We got to do one of those again. Oh, I forgot, we're going to do the Enchanted Forest, so we can incorporate some of that into that too, upstairs in the attic. So I'm going to do some areas on my floor real quick. So I got to run the lights to this bad boy. Rapping. Oh, this is gonna look real nice. This is the neon paint we made upstairs. Showing you how to make your own glow in the dark paint. Oh, that wasn't good. What did we hit? Was it good? We should be still good. Let me see how bad we hit that. No, we're good. We're good. As long as it doesn't affect it on the chain, that's good. If it's there, it's good. That's good. As long as it doesn't affect the chain of command, good. So we have one here. Good, I'll take that, I'll take that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll definitely take that, that's pretty cool. All right, let's get you guys over here. Everything else up back here. Go back here. All right, you definitely don't want to play nice. Right, get up on the door. Get over there. Definitely don't want to play nice. I need to look right through that mess. All right, we'll be paint if we get more facing. It hit something at the end of the day. What? You know, it's pretty nice. what we do right here. So when we do this, you don't want to actually paint the staircase. All you want to do is get the corners. Always corners, corners, corners. You don't actually want to paint the staircase. You just want to get the corners. So when the light hits it, it highlights those certain areas, corners, like it reappears, disappears. I'll show you exactly how to do a haunted house effect. How to make something like it's there 1 minute, and next minute it's gone. All done through chasers and glow-in-the-dark paint. So people less. There's always more. I don't want to touch this section because this is going to be for the UFO. This is going to be all for the UFO. Matter of fact, I'm going to print something out to put that right there to remind me what we're going to be working on in that section. That section is going to take time. It's going to take detail and it's going to take time. It's going to be really nice. I like to do stuff like that. We're going to do a whole UFO setting in there. We're going to show a whole farm. You're going to see the whole entire thing with the cows being adopted and stuff like that. Stuff's being pulled up. And then we're going to have a whole scenery here of UFO sightings. And then for each sighting, what we're going to do is we're going to print out our own poster. I thought buying one, but I want to print my own out. I want this thing to look really cool. So we're going to do our whole entire design here from here to here of showing all these different events going on with these UFOs. And then we're going to show you how to customize and design your own posters and stuff like that to make them look realistic. Trust me, I've done some pretty crazy stuff. I used to do graphic design, all that crazy stuff. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that Mr. Bird in his 54 years of learning things from other people. Like I said, at the end of the day, if I see somebody doing something, I always walk over, ask questions, and I try to learn as much knowledge as possible. And when I was in the fashion business, I learned a lot of things from a lot of interesting people, graphic design, all that stuff, not to the professional field, but enough of it to be able to do it myself. I don't have to pay anybody at the end of the day. That's why when I design my labels don't look like, I take the time to design my labels, something nice. That's something's going to look tacky at the end of the day. So as you can see, this is the first base on doing a neon floor. I'm going to show you how to do a neon floor. Those pocs, you know, I did all that stuff already before. I worked on a lot of artists. People show me a lot of interesting things. But this is the first base. This we do an overlay. We're going to do different colors that are going to blend into this. And these different colors are going to have stencils and designs and stuff like that. The same thing with the ceiling. Just an overlaption of projectors to give that kind of space age kind of 3D immersed look. Now the chasers are fantastic because the chasers, every time they bounce past one of these, it's going to reflect a different color. It's going to react a different way, depending on what color it's going to come through the chaser. So when there's more than one chaser is running through here, each chaser is going to react a different color to the floor in a different way. It's going to behave a different way. But this is the first one that you put on. You don't want to brush, you don't want to paint it in. You want to kind of like dry roll it in. That's what you want to do. Give it a kind of a faded look to it. So this is the first stage. That's what we're going to do the floor. And then we're going to get some other colors. I showed you how to basically take that high fluorescent powder and how to make it glow. That's what we have in here. This is the powder the paint that we made. I showed you in the tutorial video on how to make it glow. Put that powder into it. Now, if you want it crystal clear and you don't want to see a lot of yellow, say if you make something, you have like something, it's red, and you don't want to change the outcome of it, get a little poly. You get some of that clear an invisible powder, and you drop it in there and you spray it. And what's going to happen when that hits the surface, it's going to allow the surface to be able to glow in a UV at the end of the day. But on top of that, it's not going to change the outcome of the color of the object that you're painting to begin with. It's all going to come up clear. And what I like about this stuff, usually when you use that cheap stuff, you got to sit under light to get it to charge up. This stuff will prick your trigger off to anything. Doesn't take much to get it to trigger. So what we're doing is we're just doing some little detail work on my stuff over here. Little brush work here and here and here. So that way when I have more neons running through here, all this is going to give off a nice glow to it. Now I just did my Christie projector underneath there. I actually have some of the Christie projector because all this is going to be in neon. I'm going to put neon glow all underneath here, so all this goes through here, and at the bottom, I have the lights upstairs. I have to put them in. To our corners, going to put some bio stickers up here, stuff like that. So I want this whole section down here to have a nice kind of glow to it. Because once we put in those lights, all that's going to boom, glow. Yeah, these are my work projectors, so I don't care about these. These are my use for work. I'll paint those any day. I might do me glow in the dark projector. I'm gonna do a projector just strictly as oh yeah. We're gonna make a party projector. We're gonna make a party projector. Of course we have to take it apart, but yeah. We're gonna make a party projector. Make something that pretty much we'll make a DJ screen and everything. Make our party projector lights up. And when I do this, I just do my corners, and that's it. That's all you need. Because the light's going to bounce off the corners. Most likely. Get our Sonic down here. Now, down in here, all this in here, I went in there with a detail brush, got some different colored glow paints, and just colored my adapters and all that stuff because I have blue neon lights in it there. I still have to pull this out. And I have to take behind this wall and I have to paint this bone white because I need this for me to light the push a little better. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of an off white, but we need a bone white behind there. So later on today, I'm still going to remove all this off, paint all this behind here, bone white, and then put everything back in. So that goes right there. Oh, I love neon. I love neon so much. I think you may have an addiction to neon. You think? Do you think? Do you think? I do. I actually do have an addiction to neon. I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. Man, I tell you, I definitely do love it. Why would anybody not like neon? It's beautiful. I'm glad that we've gotten to the age where you can have this kind of stuff. Because when I was coming up, it wasn't like this. Pretty much, if you wanted neon, you had to get a bar sign in your home. Yeah, that thing was brighter than a mother jumper, and it took a lot of power to run it too. A bar light. But if you had that one bar light in your room, in the 80s, you had that one bar light in the section. And I didn't care what it was, Budweiser, whatever it was, just had that bar light there. That was the highlight of your room right there. But you have one of those lava lights. Never had a lava lamp before. But yeah, you got a bar light in there. Take my speakers a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to change up my keyboard. I saw this new keyboard. I actually love it. Those are easy to make. Now, if you want to do your own bio containers, I can show you how to make those too. To make them out, those bio containers are easy to make, something to put on top of your desk. Give it a nice little special effect, especially if you're doing a little nuclear design. With your PC, those are easy to make. Your bio containers are easy to make. You want to make some of those, I'll show you how to make those. I'll show you how to make some with actual fans inside of them. You have actual fans that move. You have to use a PC Molex adapter to run those right there. You run pumping. Oh, we got to build a couple of those. Let's build one with a pumping station in it that'll pump fluids from one end to the next. That would be pretty cool to build. All right, I'm going to make some props for my desk. I think that's what to do. We should nuclear power the desk. We should make the desk like it's actually nuclear powered. Let's build a nuclear reactor prop. We're going to build a nuclear reactor. They're easy to put together too, and it's pretty cool to put them together too. It's going to involve vegetable oil, just to let you know. You're going to have vegetable oil to do it. You can't run through water because you're going to have issues. But we're going to make it our own nuclear reactor for the desk. We're going to power this thing up. Might as well do something cool with it, huh? And again, you will need that powder to do it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to nuclear react the desk. So we did trace out here, right? We did a trace out here. Oh, shoot, that was running right cut. There we go. That's why you put that powder in it. You put that powder in it, man, that stuff makes it glow so much better than that cheap UV paint that they give you, which doesn't work that well. Oh, come on, really? Is this stuck to my foot? Get off of there. There we go. But I think we're going to nuclear power the desk. That's what I do. I got my cables. Where's the rest of my paint? I got more paint over there. I get my cables pretty good. We gotta make some more of it. clear out. That's perfect right there. I don't want to change that over there. I want to keep all this separate. We're definitely going to nuclear power the desk. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these are the props. We're going to make some more of these right here. We're going to make our own form of nuclear unit. Let me see. We're definitely going to need, because I want these containers to be big. The 2 containers need to be big. We're definitely going to need a pumping station. So we're going to need something from a fish tank unit to do it, to pump fluids from one section to the next. And we're going to have to need some water seal paint. And for the reactor, we're definitely going to have to take apart some stuff. So we're going to need some, oh man, I got any old projectors around here? I should see anything we can rip. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. We're not using this. This is an old projector. So this one right here, we can definitely take apart. Definitely take apart this one. This is a Christie got damaged. It doesn't work anymore. The lens on it is perfectly fine. We definitely can get rid of. I want to take this thing apart. Let me see if I got anything else upstairs. I think I got a couple of ultra short. Those I'm not using anymore. I think I'll take those instead. I'll do those instead. We gotta lighten this area over here. It's too dark back over here. Yeah, we're gonna nuclear design the desk. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't using. I built the screen and hung it up here, and this is where it's been. So we're gonna have to do something with this right here. We don't use the screen anymore. It's just basically up there for the sake of being up there. So we're going to have to put something, maybe a huge nuclear symbol coming down the side of it. Something crazy. It's got to be something crazy. I am going to basically, what I'm going to do is I am going to take paint, and all this is going to glow in the dark. Like I said, I'm still waiting for the contractor to do all this. But until then, when we get done, we can do something with this. So we're going to have the fluorescent paint. All this is going to glow. We're going to turn this entire desk into a giant nuclear reactor. I'm going to show you how to build your own props. Like this. Very easy to do. Very cheap props. Put together. Show you how to do it. And we're going to run some of it with vegetable oil. With vegetable oil, you can actually run components in it without them shorting out. Show you how to make that. We're going to make a full reactor with the lights and wires and tubes and stuff like that. What I want to do is with the tubing, I want to put a pumping station in. So I want to be able to pump the liquid from one section to the next. We're going to drop in a UV dye into that. That's going to glow. Anywhere that liquid pumps to, it's going to glow. We can run it through the entire shop if we want to. I'll show you how we're going to hook the desk up. Yeah, we're going to hook this up. See? That's what I'm saying. My brain never stayed still. So that means we started a whole nother product. Look how the projector's going over here now. Look how it's going from that UV paint, the glow we put on it. As long as I don't touch the lens, I'm good. So I'm gonna go order me some paints and stuff. I don't want to touch any of that right there because that's my other stuff right here. I need a new keyboard. We definitely do need that from the door. But this is gonna have a lot of glow on it. Like, are you painting your projector? Yes, I am. Why should I worry about it? It's just for fun. Yeah, we got to do something with this right here. Definitely gonna put like a huge freaking something bio symbol or something up there. Radiation symbol or something up there. We're gonna turn this into complete artwork. This is definitely gonna go in the dark completely. Which means we're gonna have to get this stuff off my foot a minute. My goodness, man. Why don't you ever stick to the wall that well? All right. We're gonna have to put a heavy blue light, I mean a really heavy one, right along here. We're gonna have to build one. We're definitely gonna have to build one. It's gonna have to be built. Because if I put it here, it's gonna conflict with the UFO effect over there. We don't want it inflicting there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our own bar light. Piece of wood from here with brackets, standing it out a little farther from here, and we're going to put a high fluorescent blue light right across there, maybe green, where we're going to put right across here. That's going to stand out. It's going to push light right down on top of here, make all this glow. All right. So we're going to turn this right here into, we got to, first I think, how well is this thing mounted? How well did I mount this thing? I'm just going to screw it and bracket it in. We're going to use this as a display. Yeah, that's definitely going to come out real nice. Might as well use the ceiling, the exposed ceiling as art. We can turn that into like a, it's a reactor. Rail reactors are not going to look, I don't want it to look new and brand new, to look at kind of rusted and beat down. So that's what we're going to do. Everything here is going to go. I'm going to put handprints down, stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool. This, we're going to do something pretty cool with it. So we're going to turn this into a piece of art. Okay, that'll definitely work. This was an acoustic tree I built for a demonstration, but we can use it. See how the floor is lighting up. All right, so once that's done, we got the floor dry. What we have here, we're going to take that, we're going to trace this all around the floor. So it's going to come from here and here, trace from here, all the way down from here to here to here. That's what it's going to come in through. It's going to go all the way through. Over here, this is all covered in neon. So underneath this, we're going to put neon underneath here because I want the neon to glow right through. That's what I want. All right. There's another thing too. See how you got their, ah man, there's just so much stuff I can show you at the end of the day. You see the top of these right here? All right, see the top of these grid parts right here? If you wanted to build like a, let's just say like if you were building like a base stand, like a stand for like a, okay, how can I put it in a way you can understand? We're going to build one outside for the base for the gaming system we're going to build. So basically you build your deck. When you build your deck, you build your stand for your screen. It's going to come up like this, right? And build all your supports in the back and make sure it doesn't tilt over, else it's going to snap in half. Now, you're going to have the first base where you have, right? You need another base at the bottom, something you step up on before you step up on the other base. And that's got to look pretty cool. So what you do is you use these right here, the top of these. But what you want to do is get a thin sheet of plexiglass, and you want to put the thin piece of plexiglass on the top, right? Tint that a little bit, so that way when you put your blue neon lights at the bottom, it's going to push through the plexiglass and make it look, the display stand is actually lighting up all the way around it. Cool stuff you can do. And it's easy to get this step there. All you got to do is just get yourself a drill bit. I heat my drill bits at the end because they're nice and hot, so they press right through. Or you get diamond tips, and you just punch your holes in. Drop your screws in, put a couple nuts and bolts in. Boom, you're done. Throw your neon lights at the bottom of it, and it looks like you got light pressing through these grids. Or grates, or whatever you want to call them. So where do all these ideas come from? They come from God. That's where they come from. That's where all my ideas come from. They come from God. That's why we build them so fast, so quick. So we're going to put 4 applications of colors on the floor. Oh, I can't wait. Wait till you see the Enchanted Forest when we get done with that bad boy. It's going to look insane. There's going to be so much glow going up in that bad boy. It's going to be unbelievable. We want some areas of it to look dark and enchanted, like in the back, like dark areas in the back, and other areas be well lit and very well bright. We're going to be doing a lot of wiring. There's going to be a ton of wiring going on in there. So yeah. But before we do all that, first thing I got to do is basically the floor's got to be done up there. Number 1, paint job. We got to prime everything up there from sun up to sundown, get it to a neutral color, and then after that, I have to call Home Depot or Lowe's to install the ductless system because it is cold up there in the wintertime and it's super hot in the summertime. So we need a ductless system. Now, I plan to run the entire station upstairs completely off solar powered, like the fancy room. We haven't got a name for it yet. But that room right there is going to run all solar power. Certain parts of the house. I was still going to experiment with that. So that we definitely want to do. All right, so everything should be dry upstairs for us to get ready to start painting over our screens. And we should be ready from there. I like this, man. I do like being down here. I'll tell you one thing. I miss being down here. I want to get back down here. I got my PC gamer, my PC system running right now for the time being. Oh, yeah, they are running off of that. I forgot that does run off of that. Okay, whatever. All right. Let's put this up. We got to make more glow paint. So we're going to be doing some demonstrations on making glow paint. Now, if you're going to be doing the reactor, how we're going to be designing it, you will need a special tool, a couple of special tools to build them. And you will need some fish tank parts. And then you'll have to go over to Parts Express. Maybe you can go down, I think Amazon may have it. You need a Molex power adapter. That allows you to run PC parts without running it through a motherboard. You're definitely going to need one of those. I think I have one of those in the house somewhere I got to track down. All right, so let's let this have it dry. That should be good from here. I don't know if I got anything on my feet because if I walk upstairs, everything upstairs in my upstairs is blue. So when I walk through there, everything is going to glow if I have it on me. Which I should put a little bit of this on me, see what happens. I'll put some right here. I'll cross my shirt. On the entire area, so blue. Not so much in here. I'm not going to pick it out. Yep, in here. Definitely would pick it up in here. Definitely. Everything in here glows in blue. Literally everything in here is in blue. Woo! Yeah. It's the Blue Lounge. Did I bring a stand with me? I think I did bring a stand with me. Crap. I haven't decided we're going to do with this yet. I do want to put a 235.1 in. I do want a 235.1 in the house, another one. But I want it acoustic. That's what I want. But we have to get the projector to do it. Because right now, VSonic, asking too much for the projectors, man. I'm not paying that kind of money for a projector. It's not going to happen. It's too much money. We did leave Stan down here. Come on, Stan. I really forgot about you. Oh, we need that too. I need that rag. Also did my chair too. So I put some of that blue neon. So I got my chair to swing around here and play nice with me. We got some of it on the chair. There's nice brushing on it. Nothing too critical. Something nice because this is going to glow up pretty crazy over here. And then I'll come down once that's dry. And I have to install those LED lights in. And we're done. That should be really off the staircase, keep me from killing myself. So this is where we're going to put the UFO in. So we're going to put a detailed design of UFO sightings all along this little ledge right here. And then up here on the posters, we're going to have posters of the different events that happened and what went down and this, that, and the other. So it's pretty easy to do. You have to have an actual picture of the actual design you have. So what we do is we take a picture, we design the model, we take a picture of it, upload it on a computer, and we take it over to, you do editing, pictures and stuff, and we give it a kind of an old-fashioned kind of black and white look where it has like the old film to it. So now you have an actual picture of the actual sighting that's being displayed on your art exhibit or whatever you want to call it in the day. That's what we're doing. Make our own posters. Do all that through software. All right, and we're going back upstairs. The other screen's painted in. I love this room. I can't wait till we put the burning torches in here for the whatchamacallit, the elegant room. Oh, I should put a fish tank in there. Nah, okay, yeah, that's work. I gotta take care of the fish. Don't mind taking care of fish, but that's extra. I already got a cat already. I don't need to add more craziness. But I can get some fake fish. That I can do. All right, we should be drying here. This should be good now. Let me go get this stuff off my hands. Wash my hands. Oh, Taco! Taco, why are you gonna start on my taco? Scared me, man. You scared me. You scared me. Why? Why? find it interesting, and I've said this many times before, and like I said, recapping, when we go to the forum sites and we talk, if it was so easy, why did it take us so long to get it done? There you go. That's how they know the video wasn't done right. And that forum site, everybody said the same thing. Why is there so much red neon in that section? A lot of red neon was popping off in that section. And I said, when did you give him this challenge? We gave him this challenge last year. So he's just now getting to it? I said, yeah, he's just now getting to it. You didn't do well, and you didn't do well at all, period. Should have been done exactly the way we did it. Fully lit environment, nothing disrupting the picture quality, no neon, bright levels, all you're supposed to do it that way. You're going to have to do that one again. And while you're at it, like I said, don't forget to get the paint, because don't pick and choose what you're going to do. We don't do that over here. We don't pick and choose. We do everything. I got paint coming in. It should be today. It should be here today. I bought some black paint to put against my own screen today. And I bought some more gray paint to test against this product. Again, it's called something called Timeless Gray. But yeah, it should be here. It cost me 97 cents like for every 2 ounces of it. So I want to see what this stuff does. But you don't pick and choose your tests. That's like if you're testing a car out, you're like, okay, we're just going to do brakes today, but we're just not going to worry about the crumple zone. Yeah. Fake demonstration. I don't know how you people survive. That's why I took them past over here. That's the problem. Y'all paint some pads over here. So a whole lot of problems with that product. How come at the end of the day, can't see a proper contrast level, can't pick up color? Yeah, and I can do the same thing I said with house paint and a tablecloth. Still, horrible, bad demonstration. Very bad demonstration. If I did demonstrations like that, man, at the end of the day, I'm charging $300-400 for my product at the end of the day, and I do demonstrations like that on that level? Oh yeah, okay, that's questionable right there. That's very questionable. No, you gotta do that one again, buddy boy. That's failed. Definitely failed. Get this stuff off my hands. But it goes to show you that when they do demonstrations in dark environments, that's where you're going to be at. You're going to have to be in a dark environment such like that. I could never live in a house that dark. I can't do it. That is way too much. I can tell that from the door something's wrong there. Too dark. All right, I'm going to go paint my other screen in. Right now, this should be dry already. Yeah, that's dry. That's been dry. Look at this one. Oh, I gotta go. Shit, better wash this out. All right, I gotta go wash this out. I gotta wash this out. Didn't I? Is that clean up there? I think I did when I went downstairs. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm gonna find out. Hopefully we did. Coating issue. Yeah, but we're gonna have a discussion about realistic environments, because at the end of the day, the customer needs to know that when you do a demonstration in an environment, it has to be realistic. No one is displaying screens in a living room on an ultra short throw in a red zone. No, I'm sorry. Good man almighty. At the end of the day, I'm like, how in the world y'all call yourself being in the business at the end of the day? right, man, at the end of the day. Man, I'm telling you. That's why I'm so glad that by next year, once we go corporate, we're done. We don't have to deal with this whole YouTube stuff anymore. We are done. We go full corporate. Our technology gets the respect it deserves at the end of the day. But the stuff that I see on an everyday basis, that stuff can't even pass what we do over here. Thank goodness, man. Finally, a chance to break out of this realm over here and move into something a lot more advanced. I don't know how y'all subject yourself to that mess. At the end of the day, I couldn't do it. Dark, poorly lit environments. Screen paint products that don't even work. At the end of the day, man. No, we have to be someplace a little more advanced. But at the end of the day, that's why my customers pay $300-400 for our product. Because like I said, we can back our products up 100%. And you have to be to do that. Man. But what like I said, failed demonstration as always, because that's what we're used to seeing anyway. You know, always used to seeing failed demonstrations with people's products. We just can't seem to back the products up. I don't get it. I don't know what goes on at the end of the day, but it just can't seem to back it up. And you should be able to back your product up. The fact that it took that long for that individual to do the demonstration, and even after doing the demonstration, it still wasn't done correctly because why in the world was the environment so dark, and why was there so much red in the environment? We would do the same thing over here. Got the same results, matched as usual. And if you notice, when he did the demonstration, there was no form of, it was one demonstration, that's it. You gotta show no colors, no patterns, nothing at all. Not a thing, nothing. Bare minimum, that's how they do the demonstrations. This is why my demonstrations take so long, because we don't do bare minimum over here. We do an actual demonstration over here. Demonstrations take time. I'll come up here. Like I said, there are so many test demonstrations that you have to run on your products, it's not even funny. And at the end of the day, you can think you can only do like one demonstration. You didn't even pass the demonstration, the test. We do one demonstration and that's considered to be passable? No, you have to do tons of demonstrations. We had so many test demonstrations we do in our products, it's not even funny at the end of the day. Like I said, we do tons of them. You have to be to pass those, you have to. Can't just say I'm gonna do one demonstration, that's it. We don't have to do anything else after that, we're done. Nope, that don't work that way, buddy. You gotta do them all. And one other test, even though you failed that one miserably, you did make an attempt, but you still failed. But anyway, you're still gotta do the paint test. And that has to be done too, because at the end of the day, your customers still need to know at the end of the day, can your products do the same thing as house paint? You have to do that test, because we do them all the time on our black screens, showing at the end of the day our customers are not getting just black paint at the end of the day, that they're getting an actual product that actually works. That's what we have to show them. You still have a ton of tests to do. You're not even done yet. Nowhere near done yet. And you're still going to have to do that demonstration again, because that's not done correctly. Now I know what the other remote control is at. We had two of them in here. We got two in the next room. Oh, we got two in here. We got two of them here somewhere. Up there. Just saw two fire sticks side by side. Just saw the fire sticks. This is why I try to put my fire sticks back where I had them at. Here we go, found them. Back here. Someplace they're not supposed to be at. Let's see what we got going on here. There we go. Back them up. Now next time when we do a surface like this, we're going to suggest if it has a coating on it, for a childproof coating, to prime that surface before you apply our screen paint. Because like I said, at the end of the day, that takes multiple coats due to the fact that that protective surface is kind of hard to paint over. So good thing we learned that from the door, so we can actually add that and update that to the site. Keep my other one here painted. Let me see which one's which. There we go. Why are we in that mode? There we go. Okay, Alexis is having a freaking mind her own over here.
Hey, Apple. Thanks.
All right, so while we're doing that one over there, it's just laying over here. That's done. We're doing this one right now. So we're gonna have to put some updates in on the paint on applications for our screen involving protective coatings on walls. Like I said, if you have one of those protective coatings on your walls, so if your kids basically trash your walls, you can go in and basically wipe it down. This is a section you're definitely going to have to prime at the end of the day. As I said before, our process is going to have a bit of a difficult time trying to marry to that surface. So you're going to have to basically prime that surface. And that's what I'm going to have this video done a lot sooner, a lot faster if I had went in and just primed the surface first. But that's the reaction we're getting from our product right there, our dark product. As always, using that amazing light technology, and you're not stuck in a dark environment by using a high-end projector. Now, projector we're using in this demonstration is my basic ViewSonic projector, 720p, 600 by 800 res. That's it. Nothing expensive. We don't have to go through all that just to get an amazing image. And there you go, nice and bright. Super dark, nice and bright. That's how your products are supposed to be reacting in a fully lit environment. Not sitting in the dark, looking like you just came out of a red planet. Let me get my floors cleaned up here. My hands cleaned up, we're done. What you doing in here, man? There we go. Now, like I said, keep in mind, he's going to have to do the demonstration over again. Because like I said, all that red light in the environment, not good. Should have never had all that light to begin with in the environment. We were able to do that demonstration not only showing off the exact same video, but showing different videos with both of his products at the same time on the screen in a fully lit environment. He's going to have to do that demonstration again, and he's still going to have to do the demonstration of the difference between his product and house paint. Because like I said, his product matches house paint. And I don't see why, if you took the time to go down and order the surface, why didn't you go get the house paint at the same time? So we're still going to be working on that. He still needs to test his product. At the end of the day, you need to know if you're buying a house, you're buying a product, or you're getting house paint. You got a nail here sticking up. Caught me a couple times. Let me see where it's doing at. I think that's it right there. There we go. Back down. Just go ahead and back in. Nicely done. Nicely done. I think my edges. Making sure my edges are all done nicely. And the thing about having my edges done. There we go. Perfect. Kind of stretch a little bit, that's all. A little bit. There we go. Perfect fit. Let's keep going. Closing it as well. Make that just a little bit. Out. Oh, we're gonna get more advanced subscribers tomorrow. I think we're gonna do about 5,000. Yeah, we know where you are. You're getting off the account. My goodness, are we that bored? I'm pretty sure the other ones are doing something else. Same ones. You're that freaking bored. I guess no one else on any other channel is doing nothing different. That's what it is. But you still gotta go. I want to eliminate you today. I'm gonna have to design some kind of program to track certain individuals down and just basically either block them or knock out the IP address, something. Because at the end of the day, we don't want you on the channel. Why would you be here to begin with? You don't buy the product, you don't support the company in any way whatsoever. Why would you be here at all? That I don't understand. I think at the end of the day, you're bored and you don't have anything else. That's what it is. That's what I think it is. But you're going to have to go. There we go. That's why we put in the 2-inch forgiveness room in there. Because if I have to move this someplace else for a demonstration, I can always put it right back in without lens shift. That's why you put the 2-inch in. Other than that, I don't even know why you're even here. You don't have a voice here at all. You cut your communications. You can't dislike, so what are you here for? Only reason why you're here at the end of the day is because the other channels are not doing anything. It's the same stuff over every day, every single day. That's why you're here. But you still gotta go. We already know who you are. All that time just making an account just to get blocked from the door. Look how beautiful that image looks. This is the reason why I get $300 to $400 a container. Because my product looks absolutely amazing. Fully lit environment, no red, realistic environment, and my screens pull up. And that is 600 by 800 720p. SVGA. The lowest you can get in 720p projectors. And that's what we do. That's what our product does to a 720p projector. That's something else we're going to be talking about too. People who over embellish on their projectors. We're going to be doing projector specification comparisons of what we have over here versus everybody else. And at the end of the day, still, Crow's product can't pick up a contrast or color. And again, like I said, tablecloth, failed. Got to do that one again. This is how well lit your environment's got to look, at least minimum. No red, none of that nonsense. Do the demonstration correctly, for goodness sakes. That's the most unrealistic environment I've ever seen in my entire life. Never seen an environment that. Well, he does dark environments anyway. He does them anyway. But that's not even realistic. Oh, that's where the other one's fired up at. We got it over here. Oh, I know we had another fire stick in here running at the same time. So we can run two screens at the same time. One here, 235.1, one right over there, back to back. That's what this setup is designed to do. So let's see what this one's for. Oh, that's this one. Oh, we got to clean it. That's blurry. Way too blurry. Way too blurry. Yeah, I don't understand that. Why in the world would you be here to begin with? I don't get it. And it has to be at the end of the day, the other channels aren't doing nothing. At all, period. It's the only place you can come in and watch screens being painted on the wall, instant react, demonstrations being done against certified screens. Oh, we got our information back too. Guess what? It's back on. Yeah, y'all can't touch me. Back on. We're ordering certifieds today. Actually, the only ones we have to go in and get, we have to get a few more, but we got some extra ones we're getting. We're backing on certifieds. Oh, yeah. Found that they couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, I can sue somebody else for doing something they weren't supposed to be doing at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech. As long as we're not slandering, trashing the product in any way, we have a right to do a side-by-side comparison. So guess what? It's back on. Where are my certifieds anyway? Like, oh no, he's back with the certifieds. Oh yeah, we're back with the certifieds. Yes, we are. It is time to go shopping for more certified screens. Right here. Oh yeah, we're back. I got that information I wanted. My attorneys were right on point too. Guess what? Freedom of speech. As long as I'm not slandering the product in any way whatsoever, as long as I'm not doing anything to discredit their property, the product at all, just by doing a basic side-by-side demonstration, that's it. So for any one of you companies out there want to send me any information about, oh, so-and-so and so, you can bite me at the end of the day, because guess what? It's called freedom of speech. And yes, I can do a side-by-side demonstration. If my product beats the crap out of your product, that's how it is, and that's how it goes. There we go. It's back on. Just in time for legendary technology. So you certify screen, personal message to you. Don't ever contact me with that dumb nonsense, because my attorneys will be in contact with you. Just like that. Just like that. Freedom of speech. All right, let's see if we want to play on our back-to-back screens. We've got 235.1 painted over here. Yeah, the reason why I'm saying is because these companies out here will get upset if you do a side-by-side comparison. As long as you make their product look good, they're okay with that. But if you show a product that has potential and beats their product, now they got a problem. So give me the publicity. I want it. Please do. And by the way, Jamie, so it goes, when you send that order out, when you do those, make sure an attorney sends that out. And make sure it goes by certified mail to the address. Idiots. My goodness. Back to back. Look at this. Let's see what we're going to do in this one. We got, is this one for this one? Yeah, it is for that one. 720p. Now, if you thought we was rough on you certified screens to begin with, this time around it's going to be extremely, extremely brutal. It's very, very brutal. Starting with certifieds we got sitting on the table right now, we're going to go against this product today. And the one in the back room, and the ones downstairs, all of them. Matter of fact, the Gabriel screen already went through like 18 something of them. Yeah. So we got some shopping to do. We're going to Elite's website and we're buying some sample sheets. We're buying all of them. And then when we get done with that, Jamie, we're going to dig into your stuff too next. Like I said, I already put the phone call in. We're going to have the Frankenstein, the Ivy mix, everything down here for testing. Keep in mind, you still have to do the demonstration against house paint, because we're still going through paints. I'm going through Sherwin-Williams. We got Silver Mist coming in today. How does Silver Mist compare to its products? What we got to do? Which one we want to do? We got to do this one right here. I'm going to try an Apple TV. I never had one. Look how beautiful that looks. 600 by 800 res, 720p. Whoever sat there and said that a 720p projector is not worth the time, no, the problem is the product of the screen paint is not worth the time. There's nothing wrong with the 720p projector, not a thing. Oh, what with this fan though? We're dry. We've been dry. All right, so let's come over here. We're on this screen over here now. We got one over here. We got two of these back to back. Which one to watch? Both. We're on this one. Okay, this is this one. So we got that color. Okay, this is this one right here. Let's do both of the females in black. I'm going to do that one. Both of them side by side. AK Desired Nature. AK Desired Nature. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. How do I get both of these at the same shot? Boom. Okay, we got this one firing off. We gotta get this one going. Let me see. This one is, that's that one. That's that one. See, this is how it's supposed to be done, Jamie. Fully lit environment. Look at this. Fully lit environment. This is how you do it. Not stuck in the dark with a bunch of red wrapped around your screen like you just come off the red planet. (600 by 800, 720p). 1920 by 1200. 3800 lumens. 5200 lumens. These are my projections I'm pointing at. 600 by 800, 1920 by 1200. SVGA, WXGA. I could put both of your screen paints on both of these screens and they would wash out on both of them at the same time. That's how I know your product's not worth the time. Oh, and by the way, something you didn't realize. When you took the tablecloth and you put it against your screen and try to make it look like it was darker, the problem you have there is that tablecloth does produce a slightly little bit of a darker contrast level than your Cinemax. And if that's the case, how could your Cinemax produce a contrast level darker than a black screen when that same surface that we're put against the screen, we can beat that in a contrast level. You just proved your screen to be a lie. You didn't realize that you did to that when you did the demonstration. So to keep in mind, he says that the Cinemax can pull contrast level, right? Darker than a black screen, correct? So how is it that the gray screen can pull a heavier, darker level than your screen? You gotta think about stuff before you do it. What are we gonna play on this one? I think I'm gonna do, we're gonna do this one. Oh, which is that one? Keep the forces on that one. All right, so what you're looking at here, people, before we go back to this, because I don't want to go on and on with this. Person cheated in this demonstration, can't do demonstrations, right? But like I said, at the end of the day, we're going to show you why you don't want to go near these products again. I just explained to you that they match house paint, they match tablecloths. At the end of the day, this is not a product you want to paint on your wall. Now, you see the technology we have here. You see how beautiful the image is popping up. Look how fantastic it looks. We don't have to spend a lot of money for an expensive projector. We're not stuck in dark environments. None of that nonsense at the end of the day. That's what you want. Do not want a product that's going to have you trapped in the dark with an overpriced, expensive projector. Now, as you can see, this is a test room. We're able to paint two screens on here back to back, 235.1, 720p, SVGA. And then over here, easily, 1920 by 1200. I'm going to put my remote controls. Let me see. Which one we got here? That's that one. That's this one. Okay, so I don't get them mixed up. Wait. Yeah, this one here. So we get it mixed up. This is what you want at the end of the day. You want a screen paint that can actually see color and contrast in a fully lit environment. And I'm talking about a realistic environment, not the red planet. So price tag for my projectors in here, $350, $150. Nowhere the price tag of $3,000 for a projector. So I'm done here. I'm gonna let these dry up. They're finished. We gotta come in here. We gotta do the walls in bone white so everything can set off. So then we're gonna be doing another demonstration over here on the motorized projection screen versus Gray Screen Paint products. Apple Kitty. All right, so we're gonna be setting up pretty soon to do a demonstration on the screen we have on this side. This is the motorized projection screen, which we have the network grade 775. And that demonstration, we're gonna be showing you at the end of the day why gray screen paint products all look the same when it comes to material, fabric, yes they do, and when it comes down to everyday household paints. Sherwin-Williams. All right, look at this right here. I love this right here. This is looking amazing. Back to back. How do we get our camera here so we can get both screens? Oh, I can get both screens at the same time. Yeah. I have to put it just like this to do both screens. That is fantastic. Okay, that's perfect. Do both at the same time. Cool. Y'all can check that out to clean up my environment. My environment cleaned out. Put that in there. So I'm going downstairs. It's finished.
No dirty floors, I get new ones in today.
I gotta paint this whole section in here. Put it in there. That's what I'm fixing. That's good. Yep. Oh, that looks beautiful. Both of them side to side. Yeah, I like that. All right. Gonna pick up some bone white paint today. Knock out these walls, get them done. I gotta get everything done on that side. Finish with that. Oh, we're gonna need the tape. That in there. So this can go downstairs. All right, so let's get ready to get prepped. We're gonna be doing a demonstration very soon. Matter of fact, I need to get pictures of both of these screens for the website because we got the paint on wall demonstrations we're gonna be doing pretty soon. Well, actually, we just did a paint on wall demonstration. We're gonna be doing some more. We're gonna be buying some drywall, we're gonna design some actual walls. We're gonna build some walls made out of drywall, and we're gonna be doing some paint on demonstrations with that. So. I don't even know why we even had those lights. We don't even need those because we would never use them in here. It's ambient light control. We don't do that in here.
So these will never be needed.
At all, period. Not how we gotta light this area in here. Not necessary.
I'm gonna take these.
And get these out of here. Put them on the staircase because we're not using them. Never. Never gonna let you go. Alright, that's good. We don't need that. Okay. Let's see. That doesn't even interfere. Oh, I thought that would interfere with the chair in the middle, but nope, doesn't even bother the screen in any way. Huh, interesting. Okay, cool. I can have my screen here for the motorized. We'll be doing a demonstration. That paint will be here today. So we got the new gray paint, the timeless gray, will be here today. we gotta do some certified screen shopping. I'm gonna figure out what happened to my Firehawk G5 because I ordered that. I have no idea where that went to, but I'm gonna make some phone calls because I want my service, I want my screen. I paid for it. We're missing that Firehawk G5, and I'm gonna see if we can get some screen innovation in here too. Time to ruffle some feathers. Time to have a little fun. Yeah, we're gonna do some more demonstrations on this, the back-to-back screens right here. This I like right here. Back-to-back. All right. And no dark environments. No dark environments. All right. When I come back in, we're going to be doing a demonstration over here on the motorized screen. Again, we're going to be testing out. There are several different forms of Sherwin-Williams gray paints versus gray screen paint products. How many of those can we get to match the surface with no problem whatsoever? And as I said before, hey, if you feel that you've been just wrong in the demonstrations, back it up. You're still going to have to back up that gray screen again. Get it out of that red zone. Put it in a well-lit environment that people can relate to, because no one's going to relate to that environment. Here, yeah, people can relate to this environment here with no problem. This is called a natural environment. Like I said, a few things that came up in that conversation, like why did he wait so long to do the demonstration? Because he was trying to figure a way how to cut corners on how to get around it. That's why it took him so long. Should have been had that one done long time ago. That was what, last year we gave you that one? And you still did it wrong. You got to go do it again. Get rid of all that red light, lighten up that environment in there, and do the demonstration again without the red lights. Do it the exact same way we did in our demonstration. Shouldn't be that hard. Let's go take a walk around. I'm gonna check out my screens here, my different angles we're picking up here. Come over here, boom. Look at over here, boom. This is how I have it downstairs. When I move around my environment, I should be able to see here, I should be able to see here with no problem. That's how it's supposed to be done. If I move over here, boom, screen's supposed to pick up all the way around. Come here to the side, boom. Come over here, boom. That's how it's supposed to be done. Planet. From now on, we're gonna nickname your living room the Red Planet. Everybody, if you ever saw Seinfeld, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say the Red Planet. My goodness. Do a simple, that's why we like to stick with the paints. Because at the end of the day, you ain't getting around that. That's how we told before. You got to make those products on camera. You still got about, let me see, about close to 20 you have to do. People, I get to understand. If you're going to spend the money to put this stuff in your home for your theater room setup at the end of the day, you want to make sure it works 100%. Which means it's got to go through a lot of testing. You can't pick and choose what tests and pick and choose what videos. No, you have to do the whole 9 yards. You see how we did the demonstration? We bring the product up. We show up 2 forms of the surfaces, the products. And then we go through a slew of tests. We do color patterns, colors, white levels, and we do the entire test in a fully lit environment. Nothing to disrupt, nothing to change the outcome of the product. That's how it has to be done. When you see people doing stuff with a lot of red light in the environment, that basically causes and changes how the outcome of how the image is going to be displayed. Yes, red can actually change the color of an object if basically it's displayed on it. Any color can do it at the end of the day. So none of that should have been there to begin with. The fact that he took the camera and he pointed back at his door and he pointed back at his window, for your environment to be that dark and for that much light to be pushing out of those areas that were making no contact with the screen whatsoever, if that was the case, it would look just like this. So your demonstration was a complete fail, and you're going to have to do it again. And this time, you're going to have to do it again correctly. That's like you going down and getting a car test, and they go, well, you know what? We're only going to do tests on brakes today. What about the crumple zone? We don't really need to test the crumple zone. Let's just do the brake zone. Let's get it on the market. That's exactly what you do when it comes to your products. You have to test everything. Everything. Now, from us doing tests today, on the surface, I just realized that now we have to go in and we have to change our information on how screens are painted on one particular thing. If a person has a home that has a special coating on the wall, child protection coating on the wall, or a stain blocker they may have on the wall, they're going to have to prime the surface, which I'm just finding out today. Because of that, that comes from testing, from doing demonstrations, from painting screens, from not cutting corners. And I have to do this in a fully lit environment so I can see how the screen is going to react. I have to put my environments in the same environments my customers are going to be in. They have to be in a realistic environment, not looking like the Red Planet. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. And the forum site we posted the video, I posted mine too. I always post my videos in there. And the first thing they said, well, hey, my videos are done correctly. The first thing they kept saying, what is the deal with all the red neon? There you go. Now you see how beautiful my image is coming up on the screen? This is 600 by 800 res. Look at it over here. Beautiful. Fully lit environment. It's called a normal environment. That's why I took the lamps out of here. We can't use the lamps in here. What are you doing at the end of the day? Don't chew on my hoodie. No calibrating. Still in factory settings. This is what you're supposed to get. Now this shows my customers at the end of the day that when we point out that projector, we kind of tell people like, if you want a good projector, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, there's a projector right there. It's a VGA 720p projector. And the first thing they go is, I don't know, the picture quality is probably not going to look that good. Well, that's because you're displaying off somebody else's screen. Our technology is a little different. See, I can't just say that. I have to be able to back that up because they're going to ask, well, do you have any videos of that? And I'm like, sure we do, right there. All right, we're done here. I got to come back in here. I got to do another demonstration on this one right here. I definitely want to do one. This one, the 235.1, and I want to do one showing off the 600 by 800 res 720p setup we have here. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.